Specifically, it just keeps them warm and lubricated. You know what I mean? Warm and lubricated. You know what I mean? Warm and lubricated. Warm and lubricated. So basically, what you're gonna do is kick rocks, right? Because I don't think it actually belongs in there. I think you're really dumb as fuck, if I'm being honest. So. We made it. So this is the first YouTube video vlog, and I want to say like a year and a half. So today we're catching up. It's been a while. I'm excited. So this right behind me is the new house here in Boca, which I'm fucking pumped to show you guys. But there's been a lot of change the last like year or so. So I want to catch you guys up to speed. But welcome back, Salvatore here. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Let's get it. Come on in. So we don't have any furniture here yet, but we moved in, I think it was maybe just about 4 weeks. So we're recording this today. Chelsea's actually in San Diego, my girlfriend. She has a mastermind event this weekend. But I'll show you guys the crib. We'll chat a little bit and then we'll go to the gym. So this is the entryway that we have here. Get some light. Just hung the TV the other day. So we're thinking about putting like some type of dresser or something here. Still waiting on the couch. So if you guys come in, you can see this. So we don't have the couch yet. It's on back order. Koi's taking off his shoes. We got the TV here, Christmas tree. There's a little backyard outside. Maybe we'll put like some type of table out there or whatnot. All the furniture that is here, so this table and the chairs we put together with like Allen keys. So that was, you know how that goes. You ever put that shit together where it's just fucking, yeah, it's brutal. So we got the little dining area, little kitchen. So we moved in like a month ago, like I said. Prior to that though, I was living in Coral Springs for like a year, which is like the suburbs outside of Fort Lauderdale. Before that, I lived in Fort Lauderdale for like 6 months. Before that, I spent my whole life in New York. So for those who don't know, I was born and raised on Long Island, New York. I spent 23 plus years there. And then within the last couple of years, moved here to Florida. I wanted to change. I just got sick of shoveling snow. You know, snow is just not a lot of fun.
Talking to the wrong guy about shoveling snow.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I really wanted to change. I felt like stagnant in like all the things I was doing, because over the last couple of years with being in a lot of business coaching programs and mentorship, I've learned a lot about myself and been able to grow our company. And I just felt like I needed to essentially change all of my environment and surroundings to help me kind of see things differently, if that makes sense. So that's why I left there. And yeah, I mean, what's not to like about Florida? It's sunny all the time. The gym that we're gonna go to today is fucking incredible. The people are amazing. Yeah. What questions do you have? Because here's the thing, this is what I think is actually really interesting right now, is you don't really know me, do you? Mm-hmm. So the same way I could get to know the audience here, you could get to know me. That's why I was asking you the other day, is like, ask me things. What are you naturally curious about? What do you want to know more of? Because that would
So why coaching of all things?
Why coaching? Oh, there we go. See, now we're getting somewhere. Good. Okay, so most of my family is construction, corporate, finance. When I graduated college in 2019, I graduated from the University of Albany, which is upstate New York. I played college baseball over there, really cool. But I wanted to be in law enforcement. I wanted to be a cop, you know, something along those lines. Long story short, coffee shop. None of those really worked out. But I think like growing up, a lot of our like family is always asking, you could probably relate to this too. It's like, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? I didn't really know, but at its core, I just said, hey, I want to help people. So it's funny, like as I continued to like put myself in situations that were uncomfortable, like naturally it just kind of gravitated towards that. I think to answer your question though, like I was overweight most of my life. I don't think I've shared that with you, have I? Yeah, I spent like most of my life being overweight. I struggled with like having multiple kidney stones and eating disorders and just like really not loving the way that I looked and felt for majority of like how I spent my days. So I think it gets to a place for most people where you just get like really sick of the way that you're living and how you're doing things, and you just kind of like put your foot down. So I just I made that change for myself and I saw how powerful it was, and all I wanted to do was give that to other people. So like while I was going through that, I didn't know at the time that I was gonna be a coach, but in the back of my mind, I knew that how powerful it was, because you start to change the way you feel about yourself and how you look, and then you take different actions, you speak differently, and then that's what I'm giving to our clients. And I'll show you guys a bit more as we get deeper into this, but I mean, we have like almost 60 clients in the community, 7 team members. I've been doing it for almost 4 years now. I've worked with hundreds of people, so it's like to be able to give that transformation to them is one of the most fulfilling things I could ever ask for. I could talk, bro. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Good. I tried to make it as short as I could, but. So I'm gonna fill the pre-workout. Also, supplement tag. Alpha Line code SALFIT at checkout, save you 15%. They might still have some Cyber Monday deals, so I'm gonna crank the Miami Vice today. We're gonna get absolutely cracked out because we got legs. We're gonna head over to Redcon, absolutely dismantle the quads. Actually, I think we have a lot of glutes programmed for today. I gotta double check. But yeah, coaching's fucking amazing. I could actually show you a couple messages that I got this morning. Online coaching's the way to go. I was an in-person trainer for like a year. Like right when COVID started. I think that's the part that I probably could have mentioned, is that when the pandemic happened, I was working construction because when I graduated college, it was difficult for me to get a job. So I resorted to that because I came out with student loans on my back, and I was unsure of what I wanted to do. Like I said, I wanted to be in law enforcement. That didn't work out. So I moved back home after I graduated, had 50K in student loans I had to pay off. My uncle's like, hey, we have this construction job. I was like, all right, fuck it. Because he told me, he's like, hey, you could be making $80 an hour, you know, as like a 22-year-old coming out of school. It's pretty fucking awesome. So I did that for a little bit, but then COVID happened and work started getting pulled back and everyone was up in the air. So during that time, I really reflected, and I was really getting into fitness, and that's kind of what led me to continuously working on myself, which then gave me the confidence to go and help other people. Unfortunately enough, through a mutual friend, I found a good business coach, good mentor right off the bat, taught me a lot of things, helped me grow the company, and that's kind of where we're at. And having the capability to be online allows me to be here to stay in a more creative, happier, healthy place to then provide that to my team members. So, yeah, that's the short version. As quick as I can give it. Let's go, baby. Now this is the secret kicker for the pumps is the salt. So I'm gonna now there is salt in the pre-workout. Okay, so that's probably another question too. Is this all making sense so far? If it's not, just stop me. Good? Cool. What other questions you got, bud?
So why salt?
Blood flow, pumps. There's like some science behind it. As far as like, so I'm not a very like analytical guy, I didn't go to school for health and wellness, but again, like I'm more of someone who's experienced. Like I've been training for 10 years, I'm a former athlete, like all those things. Yes, I have certifications and the courses and all that shit. So it's like, if you want me to tell you, hey, it's this micro, this, that, I'm not gonna be that guy. What I'm gonna say though, is that one of my pro bodybuilder friends that I connected with, shout out to Matt Putali if you see this, brother. He's a 24-year-old natural IFBB pro out of Toronto, Canada. Absolutely a yoked human being, great dude. And I remember when we were in Canada 2 years ago, like February, for the one business event, like I remember he was taking like just scoops of salt and putting it in his pre-workout, and I asked him that, and he was like, yeah, the pumps are nasty. I didn't believe him, and then I started doing that, and I feel like I connect a lot better to my muscles, specifically today with the legs. I think there's benefits of blood flow and electrolytes and whatnot, and that's why a lot of like pre-workouts have them in there, but I'm just gonna douse it because I think it's gonna help a lot. So yeah, Alpha Line, code SALFIT at checkout, save you guys 15%. You could buy it, you don't have to buy it. It doesn't really make a difference to me whether or not you do it, but you can save some cash on some really good products. And if you're in the gym like me and you want to take things to another level, these things are going to help you out. Specifically pre-workout for more energy and focus. I'm going to do a little creatine, and then I'm going to probably put some glutamine and some salt. So I got to get a little more ice in there too. So this, we have the little, I guess you could call it like guest half bathroom here. So it's literally just a sink and a toilet, so when you have people over and you guys got to use it, good. This is the garage, so I'm pumped about this because I'm not sure if we're gonna turn it into something. Here, I'll show you. Right now, again, we just moved, so it's a little kind of all over the place. have this other mattress because Chelsea brought hers. But I don't know, I may do like some type of home gym in here. I ordered a walking pad just because we do a lot of work from home, like with online coaching, a lot of things are on Zoom and from my laptop. So having a walking pad is really great to make sure that as an athlete I'm getting my steps in. But I don't know, yeah, we might throw like a pull bar, maybe some equipment. The thing is that if I open this up, you can see right across the street that they're building the complex, which is gonna have a gym. So I don't know if I'm gonna spend all that bread on equipment while I'm paying for a gym membership, so. See, so it's like, I could, and like every part of me wants to build a home gym in here, but then it's like they're literally building a brand new facility right across the street with a full basketball court and a pool and gazebos and all these other things, so I might not spend the money, we'll see. But let's go upstairs, I'll show you guys the office and the bedroom. This is the spot. So this is where I spend probably most of my time. On my team calls, on my meetings, serving my clients. So I'll just be here for probably like a good 5 to 6 hours a day, depending on the work day. But I'll record the podcast in here, have my coaching calls, check-ins with my clients. And then sometimes I'll put on the TV just like billionaire lifestyle visualizations and all that. But this is the studio. We're working on, I'm actually having a custom art piece built right back here. So it's gonna have the brand logo, a bunch of pictures from all the things that I've done over the last few years, but I write my goals on the whiteboard. I have the vision board over here with all the things that I'm trying to bring in, and that's what it is. And sometimes I like to play Madden. People ask me, oh, you like to play video games? And sometimes I do, yeah, not gonna lie. So this is the spot. I'll show you Chelsea's office. Again, she's not here right now, but that's tough. That's a tough squeeze there, hey bud?
A little tough.
Yeah, so, but it's nice because we both have our own space. So that's something that I could touch on really quick actually, is like for the last, I would probably say 2 or 3 years of running my business, I haven't had like a true office space. My last apartment, it was in my bedroom. The previous apartment was in my bedroom. Before that, it was at my parents' house. So it's like now, for the first time, I have like a true office space, and it makes like a very tangible difference in the way that I show up, which is awesome. Same thing for her, That's why we wanted to make sure we had the 3 rooms, because we each wanted to have our own space, but then still have the bedroom where we're just really focused on, winding down, going to sleep, and being intentional with rest and all that. So we're both online coaches. Her approach is more of like mind, body, soul, spiritual stuff, like unpacking traumas and really working through the more difficult conversations. Not to say that my program's surface level, because it's not at all. My clients know that, but it's more like bodybuilding, like fitness, nutrition. We'll still talk about mindset and stuff, but she is much more on the deeper like realm side, like really like feel the feelings. Like she's specifically like a female coach. I work with both more of advanced athletes, competitor style people, and that's kind of where we're at. So I'll show you guys the bedroom. We'll grab a pre-workout and then we'll go to the gym. So this is the master. So it's funny because my mom got me my childhood cat on a pillow. He's still alive, by the way. He's 14 years old, still kicking, absolute stud of a human. I miss him like crazy. It's funny because a lot of people get mixed feelings about cats and stuff. I'm more of a dog person, but my family didn't really have good luck with dogs. We had 3 when I was growing up. 1 ran away, 1 destroyed our house, and 1 attacked my brother. So my parents were just like, we're not gonna do dogs. We'll just get a cat. And we've had the same one our whole lives, and since I moved, my mom thought it was funny to get a life-size pillow of them. So it kind of scares people sometimes because they walk in and they're like, oh my God, what the fuck is that? It's not an animal, it's a pillow. And then Chelsea has hers. So we have the master bedroom here, and then behind you is the master bath here. So this is last piece of the house here. It's cool because there's like a little, I'm gonna show that's my room, We got the walk-in closet here and then the full shower. And that's the house tour, man. This is the crib, this is where we're at for the next chunk of time, foreseeable future. Don't know how long I'll be here. Right now we have about a 16-month agreement, and then options after that, we'll see what happens. Just over here is the laundry room, and that's it, man. So thanks for coming along on the house tour. I'm just gonna, like I said, go get situated for the gym. And, oh, look at these guys, they're bringing in the grass. Nice, dude. Nice. Looks like they're making some headway. I think they're putting like turf and a lot of grass over there. So I'm hoping that they should be done within the next few weeks. They said come the new year that they're gonna have the construction built in the pool because, being the sun in Florida, it's would be really nice to sit by the pool. So we're waiting for that. I'm excited. And that's it, man. Cool. So meal number 2, I had some plain Greek yogurt here, mixed about a scoop of protein, a little bit of honey and banana. I like the plain Greek yogurt because it's versatile. You know, I could come back later, put it on my chicken, do like a buffalo chicken, do it with some tacos as like a sour cream substitute. And I think one serving, about a quarter cup, is roughly like 16 grams of protein. So if you struggle to get protein intake, that's a really good way to do it because you can mix and match throughout the day. So we're gonna get this in, meal number 2 this morning. Had a bowl of cream rice, a little bit of fruit, kind of same thing, scoop of protein, honey, a little almond butter. Get some fats in there. I'm not gonna do fats in this meal because fats are a little slower digesting. So I'm trying to make sure that I feel light in the gym, but also fueled because I'm about to go train legs. So I wanna get a good amount of carbohydrates in there. That way to fuel my workout, but also like not too much. So normally pre-workout meals for me range like 30 grams of protein, maybe 10 grams of fat, and usually like 50 to 60 carb depending on the training day. Today I'm gonna go a little heavier because I've got some glutes in there. Coach putting glutes. For my boys out there, train your glutes, especially if you're a bodybuilder, you can't skip that because when you train the glutes, you're able to lift more heavier loads with your legs. And when you're training your legs, you're secreting a lot of other hormones that can help you build muscle. So if you wanna build muscle, train your legs at least 1 to 2 times a week, train your fucking glutes. So you're gonna see me when I get in the gym, I'm probably gonna be doing like kickbacks and hip thrusts and you might be laughing at me, but when I'm on stage, you're gonna see the wheels come out. So we're gonna get into this. Oh, it's so good. Fucking love bananas, bro. I think I have 1 or 2 bananas every day. It's a problem. Should I get looked into for that? Is that an addiction? A banana addiction?
So every time I come in the gym, I always like to start with some form of light cardio. I usually just walk for like 10 to 15 minutes. First off, it's gonna help me digest my food. It's gonna help get my pre-workout into my bloodstream a little bit. And then also just like get me mentally ready because once I get going into this and I turn my music on, it's kind of like I have to like flip a switch and like really push myself. So it's like up until I do this, it's like I've trained my mind to just know when it's time to really like get into it, if that makes sense, and like push it. Because we were just kind of hanging out before, but it's like shit's about to go down and I'm gonna really need to dial in because especially with like classic physique, it's like I gotta make sure that my legs are on par with my upper body. So every session, every day, every rep needs to fucking count. And that's what we're gonna do here today. So gonna really dial in with the glutes and hams today. I know I said quads earlier, but Coy kind of caught me with that and I fucked that up. So we're glute ham focused today. I could show you guys a little bit of the program too. You want to zoom in on this? So this is what we're working with. So we got a lying ham, standing ham, leg extension. I might sub the goblet squat because I've been having some knee issues. Then a little bit of a hip thrust, kick back, and then we'll call it a day there with the standing calf. So it's funny because Chelsea was training legs the other day and she almost skipped the cast and I was like, you can't skip the cast. That's like a cardinal sin, right, bro? You just can't. Not that my shit's really growing that much, but that's it, man. So I'll stand here for a couple minutes. We'll do a little foam rolling. I'll throw the leg sleeves on and then we'll get into it. Since I played baseball most of my life, I don't have any cartilage in my knees. So a couple years ago, it was really, really difficult for me to train legs because my knees would be fucking grinding against each other. But once I started using these more frequently, it really helps me keep a very stable foundation with all the things that I do. Specifically, it just keeps them warm and lubricated. You know what I mean? Warm and lubricated. Let's get it, bro. Oh, fuck. So before every movement, I always read the cues on my program. My coach has good amount of tempo, like things to focus on. So I'm gonna look at tempo, I'm gonna look at the cues, the rest time before every movement, make sure that I know where I should be at. Did you see how I was struggling on that? Like just enough where I know like I'm pushing myself, but it's like, since this is the first movement, I'm not gonna absolutely fucking gas myself. I'm not gonna say, okay, let me do fucking 3 sets. I'm not, geez, see, I'm out of breath, that's good. I'm not gonna do like 3 sets and tax myself, so I still got a bunch of movements to go. What I'm trying to do right now is really warm up my hamstrings, so when I go to my squat pattern, like they're fucking primed and ready to go. Because right now, a weak point for me are my glutes and hamstrings. I would say right now my chest, glutes, hams. So on these days, I have to count. So with my coach and I right now, the way the program is structured is a lot of machine-based isolation lifting and targeting on specific areas, because that's what bodybuilding is, right? It's like, I'm gonna shape this muscle the best way I possibly can every day. So I don't know if you saw that on the first set, but this pad was too far back, so there wasn't enough tension on my leg. So what I did was I brought it up to make sure that my back was firmly against it in the seat. So based on like your height, you're gonna need to play with where the pad is, and also not only this one, but then where the pad is on this one too. Because if they're not in the right spot, you're not gonna have the right amount of tension on your leg. I noticed it immediately. That was a good set. Ugh. Oh, that was a good shot. You saw the first like 3 movements that I did. Lying ham curl, standing ham curl, quad extension, all those, like I said at the beginning, got my mind and my legs where they need to be, all for right now. So these few sets here, emptying the fucking tank. So in the past with the squat patterns, right now I'm babying a knee injury, so I'm not trying to go too heavy, but still enough. But in the past, I would go so slow with these. Now I'm trying to speed them up just a little bit, switch up the stimulus to the body, just a smidge. Still quality form and tempos, but my goal is to really get as deep as I can for as many reps as I can. Again, like 1 to 2 reps in reserve. Really trying to lure the shit out of these guys. So. Bro, you can see I'm gassing out right now. Might have to throw the intro in there. I'm almost done though. I think just this and kickbacks. These sets suck though right now. These are not good sets. It's interesting feedback though to pay attention to. Because maybe I didn't have to go as hard on those squats. Maybe I could have saved a little bit for over here. Because if you think of that effort compounding over time, if I'm always doing that with my quads and not my glutes, then it'd probably be fair to say that I'm not growing proportionally, which isn't what we want. So it's like, even though those sets look great on camera, with bodybuilding, am I still being proportional with every single part of my physique? So you can see right now, you can make that argument that maybe I'm not. Fuck. I think that's it, bro. What do you say?
So we're on the way to get some sushi. Normally I don't eat at a lot of restaurants, but during the off season, could definitely fit in some more calories. And me and Corey were talking, I fucking love sushi. And on leg days I get a bit more food, so I can kind of get away with it. Just gonna make some educated decisions here. If I was on prep, I would not be eating out. I don't eat out on prep. That's like a staple. Hold on, speed bump. 13 minutes. So they close at 3:30, so it's going to be very close. Do you think I should call?
Just in case?
Yeah. I mean, worst case, we'll walk around and find something else.